guys, we're gonna work on some yoga basics today. So I may use a block. If you have one, grab one. If not, no worries. We're gonna start in child's pose, and I like this because it helps us ground down before we do anything else. It also helps to open up the hips. Let your knees wide, reach your arms forward, relax your forehead down to the mat. Now you're gonna take a nice deep inhale through the nose, and as you do so, fill all the way up. Open your mouth, exhale, release it out. Now on this next one, I want you to inhale through the nose. And from the nose, exhale out. This is your Ujjayi breath. This is your breath of fire. This helps to warm up the body internally. So I want you to try to stick with that breath the whole time. So on your next inhale, you'll shift forward to a tabletop position. Keep the shoulders over the wrists, the hips right over the knees, and then lift up out of the shoulders. You want to keep the core engaged by pulling the belly button in. Inhale, cow pose. So chest lifts and tail lifts. You want to arch your back. As you exhale, press the hands into the mat and round. Chin in towards the chest. 2 more. Inhale. And as you exhale, you'll round. Give me 1 more. Inhale. And as you exhale, you'll round. Good. Come into a neutral spine. You're going to walk your hands forward, curl the toes, and then lift your hips up and back, downward facing dog. So you want to make sure your feet are about hip width distance apart, your hands about shoulder distance apart, and make sure your fingertips are facing forward. Relax your head. Good. You may want to even shake it out a little bit. And if you're like, I'm super tight, bend your legs. You want to stick your booty up in the air, wrap your upper arms back, shoulders away from ears. Try to find some length in your spine. And then inhale, shift forward to high plank. So we do this a lot, so I'm going to break down the first one. You're going to come to your knees. So your chaturanga push-up is super important. We do it a lot. If you have any sort of shoulder issues, just skip it. All right, you're going to keep your hips moving forward, shoulders over wrists, take a deep inhale. As you exhale, you're going to lower your arms halfway. Now notice my elbows are framing my body. Press back up, high plank. So when we move through that, I'll cue that. Downward facing dog. You're going to bend the legs, lift the heels, look forward, and then gently walk to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Hands to the tops of your shins. Now move your shoulders away from your ears and neck is long. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise, arms up. Hands to heart center. So I want to work on a basic sun A, sun salutation A. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold all the way down. If you're tight, you bend the legs on the way down. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. As you exhale, plant the palms, step back to high plank. Option to come to your knees, chaturanga. Inhale is your up dog. Okay, now pause here. I want you to think about lifting the thighs up, send your heart forward, shoulders back, hips forward, and roll your inner ankles in, downward facing dog. So you'll uncurl the toes, find yourself in that downward facing dog again. Give yourself a few rounds of breath, and then you're going to lift the heels, bend the knees, gaze forward, lightly walk to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root to rise, arms up. Hands to heart center. That's 1 round. All right, let's do that 1 more time. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, forward fold, hands through heart center. Release the head. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the palms, step back, high plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale is your up dog. Exhale is your downward facing dog. Good, breathe. You're gonna lift the heels, bend the knees, gaze forward, lightly step to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root to rise, arms up. hands to heart center. So that's a basic Sun A. Let's work on Sun B now. So chair pose. I want you to sit back like you're sitting into a small child's chair. Now your arms reach forward. I want you to think about, can I pull the belly in, lengthen my tailbone down? Now my feet are together, my knees are together. If you have lower back issues, you may want to separate your feet a little, okay? No problem there. Sit low, reach up, gaze right over your nose. Keep the back of the neck long, take a deep inhale. As you exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And as you exhale, plant the palms, step back, high plank. Option to come to your knees, chaturanga. Inhale is your up dog. Exhale is your down dog. You're going to carefully lift the right leg. Now you want your hips square to the ground, flex through the foot. As you exhale, you're going to step forward. Now pause right here. Spin the back foot down so you're in a warrior one stance. I want the front heel aligned with the back heel. Now slowly, keep bending the front leg. You're going to reach your arms up. I'm going to pause here. Now I want you to work on squaring your shoulders to the front end of your mat. Now the hips also get squared, but it's a lot more challenging. So walk your right foot out slightly so you have more space for your hips. And then keep rooting down through the knife edge of the back foot. Give me a nice 90-degree angle in that front leg, arms up. This is your warrior one. Take a deep breath. As you exhale, hands go down. Step back to plank. Option on your knees, chaturanga. Inhale is your up dog. Exhale is your down dog. Left leg lifts up. You're going to gently step through, shift forward, shoulders over wrists, and then step that foot all the way through. That back foot comes out. You can even heel toe your left foot out slightly towards the left. Hug your left hip back. Inhale, reach the arms up. Good, here we go. Warrior one. Can you give me a generous bend in that front leg? Take a deep inhale. Exhale, hands down. You're going to step back to high plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale is your up dog. Exhale is your down dog. Breathe. You're going to lift the heels, bend the knees, gaze forward, lightly walk to the top end of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose. So here we go again. So this is your Sun B. We'll do it one more time so you get it in your body. Sit low, take a deep inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the palms, step back, move all the way through your vinyasa. So when I say vinyasa, I just mean high to low chaturanga. Right leg lifts up. As you exhale, shift forward, step that foot through. Back heel comes down, walk the right foot out slightly. Inhale, rise up, warrior one. Exhale, hands down, step back, move all the way through your vinyasa. We'll meet in downward dog. Left leg high. Left foot steps through. Back heel down, walk that left foot out. Inhale, rise up, warrior one. Hands down. Vinyasa all the way through. Good, breathe. 3 breaths. Last 2 and 1. Really nice job. So we just did Sun A and Sun B. I'm going to show you Warrior 2, but before we do that, let's open up the hips a little bit more. So I'm going to ask you to stand all the way up, and we're just going to work on tree pose. So your left leg is the foundation. You're going to kick that right foot up. Now for those of you that are a little bit more beginner, you may just want to put your foot on the ground but lift the heel up. For some of you more advanced, you're going to pick that foot all the way up. Now as much as my right foot is pressing into my thigh, I want my thigh to press back into my foot, hands to heart center. For some of you a little bit more advanced, arms reach all the way up. like a tree. Now, keep the core engaged. You're gonna keep lengthening your tailbone down, shoulders over hips, and breathe into that hip. Good. You're here for 3, you're here for 2, and then shake it out. Let's switch sides. So left foot comes up. Now, as much as my left foot is pressing into my thigh, press the right leg back into the foot so there's energy moving in 2 ways. Hands to heart center, or reach your arms all the way up, so it's totally fine. Good. Let that knee slightly open up, hip is open. And if you get wobbly like I just did, just breathe, have fun with it. And then slowly release, shake it out. All right, so I want you to step your right foot forward and your left foot back. And similarly to Warrior 1, it's gonna be kind of similar. So front toes facing forward, back toes at a 45-degree angle. Now I want you to bend the front leg a lot. Good, so you want a 90-degree angle here. Now front heel should be in line with the back arch of your foot, and then root down through that foot. So notice that my knee, my back leg is not like bent, it's solid, okay? And then bend the front leg. Pull your right hip back and your left hip forward, and then lengthen the tailbone down. Now, your shoulders square off to the side, arms reach long, your gaze goes right over that middle finger. Let's breathe here. You want to keep your shoulders over your hips, so don't lean too far forward, right over the hips, right? And then breathe. This is your Warrior 2. Now stay low in that front leg. Flip the front palm, inhale, reverse. Reach up, reach back. You're gonna paint the ceiling. And then you're gonna windmill the arms down. You're gonna lift that back heel up, step back to high plank, and move all the way through your vinyasa. Good, downward dog. So this left side we'll do a little bit differently. You're gonna lift the left leg up. You're gonna step through, just like you've done in the past. Spin the back foot down, find heel to arch alignment, bend the front leg. You're gonna windmill the arms open to Warrior 2. So same thing, you wanna sink low into that front leg. Root down through that back foot. Shoulders over hips, belly pulls in, your gaze goes right over your left middle fingers. Inhale, reverse, paint the ceiling, bend the leg, windmill the arms down, step back, high plank, exhale, chaturanga. Inhale is your up dog. Exhale is your down dog. Good. 3 breaths. Last 2. And 1. You're going to come on down to your knees and just take a moment. So anytime that if you feel pain, real pain in the shoulders, I want you to skip those chaturangas or do them on your knees so that you feel a little bit more comfortable. So that was the breakdown of a Sun A, Sun B, and a Warrior 2. I hope to see you guys in class very soon.